Hey everyone, welcome back to Colourful Indian. This is Ranita. I am so excited to show you what I am doing today. Today is very casual. It's just going to be me talking to you as I get ready and do my makeup. And this palette that I chose today is from Nomad Cosmetics. It is the Haunted Europe palette. It's not available anymore, but I really felt like I wanted to just do something for fun. And this is also a collaboration with a friend on Instagram. So I just want to feature her account and the look that she did as well. So yeah, we're going to get right into that. I will see you at the beginning of this look. Okay, so we're gonna go in with the first look. I've gone in with my base and I basically used this. It's my P. Louise base and it's a lighter shade, and the reason I do it is because I want the colors to be as vibrant as possible. So with P. Louise, you kind of need to tap your base in like this, and it's supposed to become tacky, and then once it's become tacky, you can actually apply your eyeshadows and all that kind of thing on top of it. And it basically looks more vibrant, and I find that it does last a lot longer on the skin as well, and the color just shows up so much better. So I actually don't really do makeup looks without my base, but today I do want to do a simple one just featuring Haunted Europe because I have owned the palette for like more than a year and I have never actually used it. So I do want to like feature, a few shades from the palette. I'm going to keep the look simple. So let's go in with the first shade. The first one is Black Forest. It looks like a gorgeous navy blue shade, and I'm going to be taking that and just tapping it right over here, and you'll be able to see how that color shows up on my skin. So when you use a base, colors show up so much better. So honestly, if you are finding it hard to get vibrancy of color from your makeup palettes, this is something you want to do. You want to invest in a really good base. It doesn't have to be P. Louise like what I use. There are multiple bases on the market. I know some people who just use, their foundations and stuff, and that's really just good enough for them. And it looks beautiful. So yeah, we're just gonna pack that color. I'm not really blending. I'm actually taking my brush and I'm just patting it right there on my eyelid, and you can see how that color is just showing up. I think that it is looking really pretty, and I'm pretty satisfied with the way that it's showing up. So let's go to the next shade. I'm going in with the shade Count Dracula. So this is kind of like a warmer brown tone, as you can probably see right over here. It's a very nice brown, and I thought it would be kind of nice to give the edges of my eyes this color. I'm going to blend that in a bit with my navy blue as well. I love the combination of brown with any shade, really. I just think that brown is so pretty and it's so versatile. You can use it for anything, really. I've seen some really beautiful shades just being used, with brown. So I'm kind of blending it there, getting a bit of a, shape that goes like that on my eye. I need a bit more because I think I blended in the blue a bit. So let's go and tap that on there. But I love the way that the pigmentation is actually showing up on my eye. Again, very important not to blend if you want that solid color to show up. I just made a mistake, I blended. But anyway, I'm just going to follow up with the next shade, which I want to be a beautiful green in this palette. So I'm getting Grendel. Grendel looks like a really beautiful forest green. It's a deep shade of green, and I want to put that right over here. But before I do, you can see that my eyes creased a bit. I'm just going to go and press that in to my skin so that it's a, even base. And now I'm going to go and I'm going to take this shade Grendel and just apply it right next to the navy, and you can see how pretty that shade is. I think I like the way this is performing even more than the blue shade. So the thing is, this palette's no longer available from Nomad Cosmetics, but I just thought that it would be really nice to use, like this palette, because I have had it in my closet for like a year, and because there's just been so much going on this year, it's been a pretty eventful and busy year. I never really picked up a lot of palettes that I had just bought, to play with for myself and not for the actual YouTube channel. So I'm kind of trying to do that now through collaborating, and I will put up the link to the collab that I'm doing as well, so you can go and check out my friend's channel. So I'm going to be going with this shape for the other side as well, but before we do, I want to add a shimmer. So Okay, we've basically got green, blue, and like brown over there. So I think the most obvious choice will probably be a green. I'm going to go in with Merry Cemetery, and I'm going to go over the green. I'm not going to go on the top over here, but I am going to just tap it here. Maybe there'll be a bit of you know, a color difference. Okay, so that's the green shade, and I think it's really, really pretty. I think that I want to add purple, so I'm going in with the shade Krampus. It's a really, really gorgeous shimmery purple shade. So I'm taking some of that and I'm just going to add that right here to the ends of my eyes, because I think it kind of goes with the blue and the brown. So this is kind of like a deeper toned looks. So this is basically what the eyeshadow is looking like at the moment. I'm just going to do my face with you at the moment. So I'm going to do it the way I do it, you know, when I actually go out. I'm going in with the Sephora Best Skin Ever foundation. I got this as a gift. So I'm gonna take that and I'm gonna put it, you know, on all the areas where I have dark scars, so on and so forth. And I'm just gonna use my finger to lightly blend all of this in. I actually don't use a lot of foundation because I guess I'm just not really a foundation person, but for the sake of, you know, having that flawless skin effect, I've definitely been applying a lot of foundation like onto my skin for my YouTube videos and stuff, and I've just realized that I kind of don't really want to do that anymore. I do think that the this current foundation can be used to, you know, build up like coverage. If you just want a light layer, you can do that with this. If you just want a thicker layer, that's also possible. But generally, I try not to put foundation everywhere because I just prefer the my natural skin kind of coming through. Alright, so I think that, you know, my skin looks more or less okay. Pretty happy with the way this is looking. So now the next thing I need to do is definitely like go in and clean up the look, because you can see that there's a bit of white here. So I'm just gonna take a Q-tip and gently clean that up. I try not to make it too obvious, because then you're gonna get those very sharp white lines. Sometimes it's just unavoidable, I think. You could also use your brush and just, you know, go over those sections. And that's usually what I do. I just take my brush and kind of blend over those white sections. And it makes it look like it's kind of blending into the skin. So obviously what we're going to need now is a highlighter. You know what? I actually have an idea. I'm going to use the shade Catacombs. It looks like this really, really pretty grayish kind of shade, like right over here. It's so interesting, and I think that may just be what I need right over here, you know. And let's try that and see where this goes. Okay, I'm gonna take that, we're gonna apply that right here. This is such a pretty shade. It's like a gray. I think this is really pretty. And I think it kind of matches perfectly with the overall theme of the look, so I think I'm just going to stick with that. So I guess that's going to be like the highlighter that I use on my eyes. You can definitely see it's very, very pigmented. So I really love Nomad shimmers. I always think that they're so pretty. So yeah, I think this is looking pretty good. I'm quite happy with the way this is progressing. Now for my inner corners, I definitely need a lighter shade. I definitely have to go in for Highgate Cemetery because it just looks so glorious. It looks like one of those, you know, like super pretty shimmers that you could probably use as a topper or something. So I definitely feel that this is the right option, but I'm going to use a different brush because that one has been used way too many times and I don't want the color to actually get mixed up. Okay, so here we go with Highgate Cemetery in the inner corners of my eyes. So let's apply that here. Oh yeah, yep. Oh, that's so pretty. and so bright. So I really love that. And let's do that on this side as well. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with the way that's looking. Colors are pretty similar, I think, that green and the other one, but it's definitely like brighter, and I kind of like that. So now under my eye, I think I need to just kind of go in with Count Dracula, I think, because I like browns under my eyes nowadays. So we're gonna do that. I put this right here, kind of like an eyeliner. You can see how that's going. I usually don't like using eyeshadows under my eye because it becomes very watery and uncomfortable when the powder goes into my eyes, but I'm getting a lot better at it. And I found that if you use a more, like a smaller brush that's more, you know, flat and everything, you can actually get this under your eyes pretty well without your eyes watering if you have the same problem as I do. Alright, so this is what I currently have, and I wanted to show you how beautiful this highlighter is. This is basically from Bella Beauty Bar, and I'm using the shade The Lovers, which is that one right over there, and it's a gorgeous pink, and it's so strong. You can see that shift. It's a stunning highlighter, honestly. I have no regrets picking this up. It's kind of like pink and like golden at the same time, and it's so freaking pretty. I'm just crazy about highlighter, and I love wearing highlighter even when I go out. It's really one of my favorite products to wear because I feel like it gives me the illusion of having sharper cheeks, so I really like that. So you can see what it's looking like. I kind of did my look a bit backwards. I haven't done my blush and my contouring yet, and I do want to do that, so I will use my Woosh Beauty palette to just do a little bit of that right now. I'm so backwards, honestly, when it comes to applying makeup. I never really go like in the direction like everybody else goes, especially when I'm, you know, just messing around or trying to have fun. So anyway, what do I have to do? I need to do a bit of contouring, so I'm taking some of that right over there. This is my Woosh Beauty palette. I use this for almost everything, and it's one of my favorite palettes, and I'm just gonna put a teeny weeny bit of contouring right here. I don't feel like I need a lot because I don't really contour. I think I do more of like bronzing, or, you know, trying to make parts of my face maybe look a bit warmer, especially if the foundation has, you know, taken it away. And the thing is that when you do makeup for the camera and you do makeup for everyday life, they actually look very different. So for the camera, I have to add a lot more makeup than what I'm actually adding in real life. So this is because that color, now you can see it showing up because I added more, but I generally don't add that much when I'm going out, because I'm actually just really happy to, you know, have minimal makeup. And I'm just gonna add a tiny bit of the remaining brown onto my forehead. I don't like putting stuff on my forehead because it becomes all wrinkly. But anyway, I need to now add a little bit of blush. So I'm going in with the blusher also from my Woosh Beauty palette. I'm just going to put a bit of pink right here. It's a very subtle pink. But honestly, I feel like with that particular highlighter, I don't really feel like I even need blush because it's just so beautiful. So yeah, this is basically, you know, how the look is coming together, and I need to now go and put on my wig. I also want to do a lip shade, so I need to kind of decide what lipstick I want to wear with this. Okay, so I actually bought quite a few shades from Colored Rain, and there's one that has a name called Choco Lip. I have no idea what color this is because it hasn't even been opened. This is the lipstick. Now if this, okay, so it's a very dark brown. It could work, it certainly could work. I think what I'll do is I'll line my mouth and I'll go over with a gloss. I think it's definitely gonna need like a lighter shade, like, you know, in between, but I do like this shade very much. So that was Choco Lip by Colored Rain. Putting that away. I'm gonna go in, I'm such a sucker, I keep using the same products even though I have so many things I need to try. I'm going to go back in with my Salem Cosmetics. I just feel like it's such a pretty red. And I feel like it just kind of goes with that dark brown. Hey everyone, so this is, you know, what the final look is like, and I'm pretty happy with it. I think that the shades did really well. I obviously am madly in love with those, you know, shimmers that you can see on my eyes. Let me give you a close-up. You can see how vibrant and beautiful that is. And of course, that purple eyeliner that I did under my eye is one of the eyeliners I got from SheGlam. I feel that these are some of the best eyeliners I've ever had, and they are the multi-chrome ones. So because of the pricing and just how they last all day on my eyes, I felt it was perfect. And since I was kind of going in for, like, you know, green and purple, I really felt that this really just worked so well. And of course, those rhinestones on my eyes are also from Shein. And I think the rest of the makeup details, I've basically shared everything with you as we went through the look. But yeah, I had a lot of fun doing this. I know it's so random because usually I do multiple looks with each palette, but because this is not available anymore, I just wanted to, you know, use a palette I've never used before. I feel this was a really great idea by, you know, my friend on Instagram, because she's the one who I think brought up using one of these other Nomad palettes, and I've never used it, so I'm really happy with the way the look came out. I feel that it totally matches the Halloween theme, and I know that I'm so late in terms of that, but this is not really a Halloween look. This was just creating a look and enjoying myself, seeing how I could do things, you know, without really going too much into, like, I need to finish doing a review. This was really just me having some fun with makeup. So I hope that you had fun going through this look with me and seeing my process, and I would love to see you here again. So if you feel that this is something you want to see more of, then please hit the subscribe button and drop a comment below so I know that you're here. And until my next video, I hope that you stay safe. Bye.